I'm about to bawl my fucking eyes out. Really self-conscious, very uncomfortable. It really scared me, staring at me, crying. Hey everyone, it's Channon Rose, and in today's video, I'm going to be telling you an embarrassing yoga story. This is really embarrassing, by the way. So I am not like a big yoga person. In fact, I think that this was maybe my first time ever going to yoga. And it was with my little sister, my mom, and my mom's boyfriend. And this was like a candlelit yoga, and it was in LA. I think it was in Santa Monica, and it was kind of like all new to me. I didn't really know what to expect, but I was like excited about it, and it sounded really cool and fun, and yoga is supposed to be really good for you, so I was excited. So before I went, I wanted to like look all cute, so I felt like, you know, my workout pants on and like a cute sports bra, and I'm like looking all cute, not like makeup on, I didn't put makeup on, but so I go to this like yoga sesh, and we walk in, and everyone puts like their mats on the ground, and we're all like laying, and I was in the front row, so there was like, you know what, maybe like 3 or 4 rows of people with mats in this yoga class. It was a pretty big yoga class, but it was a candlelit yoga class, so it was very quiet. All the lights were dimmed, and they had like candles everywhere. And let me just remind you, I don't really know much about yoga. I didn't know it was like a very spiritual thing. So she starts talking, the yoga instructor, she starts talking, and her voice is like very calming, and she's like, you know, just take deep breaths in and deep breaths out. So I'm like sitting there like doing my little breathing exercises or whatever, and then she starts talking about, you know, just like think about all the stress and everything and breathe it in, and then just let all that stress out. And so, you know, I'm doing a few of these like breathing things, and I'm like thinking about all the stress and just like life, and you know, I don't know what it was, but like this yoga teacher was like getting in my head and like, you know, just making me feel about like all the yucky things I don't like, and to like get them out. And so I'm not even joking, you guys, not even 5 minutes into this yoga session, I all of a sudden have this very deep urge to start crying. And I don't mean like a little like quiet cry, I mean like bawling. Like I feel like I'm about to bawl my fucking eyes out in this quiet ass yoga class where everyone's trying to just like relax and be all zen and shit, and I am over here on my mat like freaking feeling like I am going to start bawling, like one of those ugly like loud can't breathe cries, you know what I mean? And I don't know what happened, but like all of a sudden I just like felt like, oh my god, I'm gonna start fucking crying really hard right now. And I was trying so hard to like hold back my tears because I didn't want to start crying in front of all these random strangers. That's like so awkward and like embarrassing, right? So I'm just like trying really hard. I'm like, Shannon, pull it together, like don't start freaking crying, you're gonna embarrass your sister. My sister gets embarrassed easily, I didn't want to embarrass her, so I'm just like you know, like trying to like hold my tears in as I'm like trying to like still do my breathing. And this yoga teacher is just saying these things, even more things that are making me like really want to start crying, and I don't know what it was, and it kind of like freaked me out because I'm like, why is this making me cry? Like, is this normal? Like, I feel very uncomfortable right now, and like I don't want to start crying. And you guys, like the door was all the way on the other side, so I would have had to get up during like this quiet candlelit very like zen class and like get up and leave. That would have been so rude, you know what I mean? Like you don't get up in the middle of the class and walk and leave. Like that's just, I would never, like I would never want to do that. I would feel very uncomfortable, and I would feel so bad for the teacher, and I would feel like I'm distracting the other students from like their yoga practice. And so I'm like feeling very trapped on the other side of the room, and like the door is all the way on the other side, and I'm like, there's no way, I can't like leave, I have to like stay here. And we just started, and I'm already feeling like this, and I'm like, just hold it together, just take deep breaths, just think about something else, Shannon. And I couldn't because of the environment. I just wish I could like show you what it looked like. I don't know, but it just made me want to cry. And so all of a sudden I started crying because I couldn't help but to hold it in, and she kept saying things that were like making me feel like I couldn't like control my like whatever was coming out of my body. So I started crying, but I was like trying to like be quiet about it, and and all of a sudden I just start bawling, and I'm like crying out loud, and people can hear me, and everyone's staring at me, and like I look over and the whole freaking class is staring at me, and I just like, oh, I wanted to like crawl in a hole and die, you guys. I was so embarrassed because people were probably like, why the fuck is she crying? I don't know, but like Thankfully, the yoga teacher couldn't hear me like crying, because I feel like if she heard me, she would have like come over and said something or asked if I was okay, and then that would have made it even worse. So like I just kind of started crying, and then I was like, I have to go to the bathroom, and I like got up because the bathroom was on this side, like closer to where I was. So I got up and went to the bathroom, and I just started bawling in the bathroom, you guys. Like, no joke. Like, this was not like a little bit of crying. This was like built up, holding all of these things, like whatever was going on in my life. This is a while ago, by the way. I guess I must have just been like holding in a lot of things and stress, and I just hadn't cried. Like, maybe, you know, sometimes you need a good cry that's like healthy, but I just hadn't done that. And so I think this class had like brought something out in me that made me want to get that all out, and maybe it was like a good thing, but like I just didn't feel comfortable in front of all those people, just like pouring my heart out in front of a bunch of strangers. So yeah, I basically was like crying so hard in the bathroom, and I'm not even joking, for like a good 10 minutes I was in that bathroom bawling my eyes out. And then finally I felt like a little bit better, and I was able to go out and finish the class. But like, it really scared me to do like another like yoga class again, because I felt like, oh my gosh, yoga makes me cry. I talked about this before too in an old video that I had posted, and I was doing yoga in my house, like on the computer. They had this thing called Groker, like where you can go on and do yoga like in the comfort of your own home. And so I was like, okay, I feel more comfortable, so I like had the courage obviously to do yoga in my house like by myself. But I started doing that, and it also, I don't know what it is, it made me start crying like that again. It's like the cry where like you can't stop crying, and you keep crying and like just let it all out. And I don't know, I haven't done enough research on it, but I think that maybe that's a good thing, or I don't know. I would have to look into it more. But like, have you guys ever cried during yoga? Has that ever happened to anybody, or am I by myself on this? Maybe I'm just really weird, I don't know. But it would make me feel a lot better if this had happened to someone else, or if it was normal. So if there's any like yoga teachers or anybody that practices yoga that's watching this video right now, and you guys have had this experience or you know something about it, please comment down below and let me know. I'm really curious, because it's made me like really self-conscious and scared to like go to yoga again, and it's something that I think would be really good for my body and my back and just like my peace of mind. I don't know, let me know. Maybe if I'm a little bit more educated about it, it would make me feel better about continuing to practice yoga. But as of right now, I'm just like completely blocked off from it, because it makes me cry every time I try to do it. So yeah, I don't know, it's really weird. But anyways, that's kind of like my embarrassing story. I basically started bawling in a really quiet yoga class, and everyone stared at me, and I felt very self-conscious. If you guys like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to my channel, be sure to hit that red button down below. You can see more videos like this one. Also, really quickly, I just wanted to let you guys know I do have a new vlogging channel, so if you guys are interested in seeing some of my daily vlogs, I will go ahead and link that down below. So thank you so much for watching. I'm sending you all my love and all my positive energy, and I hope to see you in tomorrow's video.